Hey guys, Into the Indie here, and today I'll be talking about some pretty good speculation, which is that there's supposedly been discussions about a Zelda show on Netflix. Honestly, when I hear the term a video game TV show, I get skeevy because of shows like Mario Bros. Super Show, and the Zelda cartoon, which were both notorious. Especially the Zelda cartoon being more akin to CDI games. But anyways, that is until I heard what if it actually is a thing. Who is speculated to be the people behind it? Of course, there are the people behind the amazing Castlevania TV show. Now, if I had to say if a video game show does it right, it's that show. I've actually watched both seasons already, and it has sympathetic villains. It has pretty funny moments with Alucard and Trevor, things like that. But honestly, how would I think a Zelda TV show would work? Well, firstly, since it might be by the same people behind the Castlevania show, it's gonna be of a similar format, mainly action-packed, while also having a basis in storytelling. Like there isn't gonna be an episode that's 100% story. Well, that is, unless if it's sort of the first episodes of the season with Castlevania. But most of them have fight scenes sprinkled in. It doesn't feel like the fight scenes are out of nowhere. They're perfectly integrated. But the question brings up of what Zelda game or story point do they use? Because not even talking about the games, here are some examples of whole entire segments between games that would be pretty interesting. Firstly, what happened after Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which I personally think is that, but I forgot if I made a video about this, but the idea is that the child hero of Time grew up to be the hero of Twilight. But yeah, along with other moments like between Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, which I have a 100-year gap, and things like that. And another point is that, is it going to be more of the games, the manga, or a mix? If I had to say, like, what's the difference between the manga and the games, it's that the manga takes creative liberties. Like, off the top of my head, new characters were introduced 100% in Link to the Past and Oracle of Seasons, I believe. I forgot if it was Seasons or Ages. But either way, they added a new character, added new characters to add plot points, which I would actually enjoy, with them taking creative liberties. But honestly, I don't know. Because with the manga, sometimes they take way too much. Like in those two, where they flat out add characters, or in the Ocarina of Time manga, where they add in unnecessary things that make zero sense, like the idea that Link adopted Volvagia, and somehow remembered it, even though it just confused me. So if I had to say, I would say to keep the story like the games, but make the characters kind of like how they are in the manga, being more fleshed out, with a certain attitude and such. But if I had to say Zelda games that would be perfect for the treatment, like as it is, with the story and adding in new things, is the DS games, like Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, which I'm honestly rooting for Spirit Tracks, because I personally prefer that game. But whatever. But I say that game because it actually has a pretty cool twist, with the fact that you're assisted by a ghost, by a spirit, which I think might build up some pretty cool moments. But going with the fact that the company is also that the makers of the show are also behind Castlevania's show, then I think a game like Twilight Princess or even Breath of the Wild would fit more. But again, with Breath of the Wild, it kind of raises an issue, which is that the whole game's based around, well, freedom. So I think it would make sense if it's like the story of Link before 100 Years Sleep, or even partially the story of Hyrule in that 100-year gap, showing its slow decline in state of disarray. Or even just be an original story with some things. But yeah, with this video approaching 9 minutes already, I think that's a good amount of time. And I have to say the usual. I know this is a day late, but hope you guys had a spooky Halloween. And I hope you guys, if you would like, subscribe, like this video, comment if you please. This channel can't really improve without constructive criticism. And it never hurts to subscribe. Anyways, this is Into the Indie, signing out.